All right, so now let's go ahead and go into what is called a Mozambique drill. And in my first video, we talked about the Mozambique drill. I like to find out where certain drills originate from, especially this one. Okay, well, basically a Mozambique drill is what some of you might know if you've been into firearms a little bit, right? It's a failure drill. And why do we call it a failure drill? Because you got two to the head, you got two center mass and one to the head. The failure is going to be right here, center mass, or I'm sorry, not center mass. It's going to be right here in that triangle of the soft tissue of your forehead, your eyes, and basically your nose. It's all soft tissue. That's where your brain is, right? One shot there and it's lights out. Okay, no matter what the threat is, no matter what this person is on. Now, why do we do a drill like this? Well, let's say if you go ahead and you take off two to the, take off two to the chest, right? So if I get two to the chest and this threat is still coming after me, right? And he's not stopping. You got to remember, right? If you shoot somebody two to the chest, there's, it could take them anywhere from, from 10 to 30 seconds or so, maybe even a little bit longer, right? For them to still keep on coming after you, right? And what could be, what could be the circumstances for something like that? Well, the person could be on drugs, right? Person could be on drugs. Person, and generally when something's like that, it's meth or anything like that, right? You just can't feel it if you're alcohol induced, if you drugs or anything like that. And this person is coming after you, and two to the two to the chest just doesn't stop them, right? And he's getting closer. And let's say you're pinned up. Well, you have no choice but to basically put the computer out, right? So when I do this, I'm coming up and I am two to the chest. One, two, right? I'm going to come up just a little bit higher and go right to between the eyes. And even if you miss a little bit, it's still going to get them. Okay. But generally all around here, right? From here to here, if you hit in there in that soft tissue, right? That's basically brainstem, brain, right? Computer goes out. All right. That ends the threat. All right. Now, from a legal standpoint, right, we are trying to stop the threat. Okay. That is an extreme example that I just gave you. We're trying to, but in real life, hey, we're trying to stop the threat, right? Somebody breaks into your house. Now, look, somebody breaks into your house. You have every, you have every right to stop that threat, and you can define that any way you want, right? You can define that as, hey, you know what? I had to do what I had to do. Did it stop the threat? Fuck yeah, it stopped the threat. So if you see where I'm going with that, that's what we're doing. Okay, but on a legal point, to the best of my knowledge and to the law enforcement that I've worked with, and that's trained me, and that I've trained in return, um, they basically don't teach a failure drill, right? They teach you to go two to the chest, two center mass, right? That is an extreme. Why don't they teach that? Well, I'm not saying everybody doesn't teach that, but most departments that I know of do not teach that. And I'm going to say it's probably for legal reasons, right? How do you explain something like that? How do you explain when, when you have to shoot the guy in the head? The guy's still coming at you. Why'd you have to shoot him in the head? Well, you know, I just gave you the explanation. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, hit me up. All right.